Hello everyone. We're so excited to announce that we're doing a giveaway. We have some amazing iPhones. Just like and subscribe in the channel, and leave a comments. So in today's video we will see the incredible story of Victor Lustig, one of history's most notorious con artists. Lustig was a man of many talents and a master of deception who managed to pull off some of the most audacious scams of all time. In this video, we'll explore Lustig's background and early life, his most famous cons, the impact of his scams, his later years and legacy, and the lessons we can learn from his life. Let's get started. Part 1, Lustig's background and early life. Victor Lustig was born in Austria-Hungary in 1890. He had a troubled childhood and spent time in reform school as a teenager. It was there that he began to develop his skills as a con artist, learning how to manipulate people and persuade them to part with their money. After serving in World War I, Lustig moved to the United States and began his career as a professional con man. He quickly gained a reputation for his charm and intelligence, and he was able to pull off a series of increasingly bold scams. One of Lustig's earliest cons was a fake land deal in which he convinced a group of investors to pour money into a non-existent plot of land in Texas. He also ran a Roper scheme, in which he would approach wealthy individuals and offer to sell them a list of high-end hotels and restaurants that were looking for new owners. The catch was that the list was completely fake, and the victims would end up losing their investment. Part 2, Lustig's most famous scams. According to accounts of the scam, Lustig began by printing up fake documents and forging the seals of the French government. He then approached a group of scrap metal dealers and told them that the Eiffel Tower was in poor repair and needed to be dismantled and sold for scrap. Lustig presented himself as a high-ranking government official and told the dealers that the sale of the Eiffel Tower was being kept secret to avoid public outrage. To further convince the dealers, Lustig even took them on a tour of the Eiffel Tower, pointing out supposed structural problems and explaining how the tower could be dismantled and sold for a significant profit. The dealers were convinced, and they agreed to give Lustig a large sum of money as a deposit for the sale. However, Lustig never returned with the necessary paperwork to complete the sale. Instead, he used the money to flee the country. It wasn't until several months later, when the scrap metal dealers realized that the Eiffel Tower was still standing and that they had been duped, that the scam was uncovered. Lustig was eventually caught and served time in prison for his crimes. Despite his reputation as a con artist, Lustig was also known for his charm and intelligence, and he was able to pull off several other scams during his career. He was eventually arrested in the United States and returned to France to serve out his sentence. Part 3, the impact of Lustig's scams. Lustig's scams had a profound impact on his victims, many of whom lost their entire life savings as a result of his schemes. But his impact went beyond just financial losses. Lustig was able to exploit people's greed and trust, and his scams helped to sow seeds of doubt and mistrust in society at large. In addition to the financial costs of his scams, Lustig's victims often suffered from emotional and psychological trauma as well. They might feel embarrassed or ashamed that they had been taken in by Lustig, and they might struggle to trust others in the future. Part 4, Lustig's later years and legacy. Despite his many successes, Lustig's life of crime eventually caught up with him. He was arrested and imprisoned several times over the course of his career, and he eventually died of pneumonia in 1947 while serving a prison sentence. But Lustig's legacy lives on. His scams have inspired countless works of fiction and have been depicted in numerous films and television shows. He remains a cautionary tale of the dangers of greed and the importance of skepticism. Part 5, Lessons to be learned from Lustig's life. So what can we learn from the life of Victor Lustig? First and foremost, it's important to be vigilant and to think critically about any investment or business opportunity that comes our way. It's also important to be aware of our own vulnerabilities and to be on guard against those who might try to exploit them. Finally, Lustig's life serves as a reminder that we all have the capacity to be duped, and that we should always be on the lookout for those who might try to take advantage of us. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video about the incredible life of Victor Lustig, be sure to give it